What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today, I am going to be talking about the HTC 11 up against the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now, these are going to be the top headliners for 2017, without a doubt. I mean, I can add in the next iPhone, but that's not going to come around until September. So, basically, in the first quarter, maybe after a little bit after that, we're going to have the head-to-head of these two phones, without a doubt. And I got to tell you, most of the time when I hear rumors, a lot of the specifications are way out of hand, and they go a little overboard. But these specifications actually seem in line with exactly what we should be expecting with these two phones. So, to start off, now, the HTC 10 had a 5.2-inch display, and of course we know that HTC loves their Super LCD. They're talking about, I know that I just put out that episode where I said the HTC 11 and HTC 11 Plus, but it doesn't look like there's going to be two phones. It looks like it's going to be one phone, and it is going to be the 5.5-inch display, 2560 by 1440 resolution. Okay, sounds like HTC's game. Now, the Galaxy S8, they're talking that it's only going to be a 5.1-inch display, but that doesn't seem unrealistic considering that that's their, their normal range for their normal phone. And it's going to be, again, 2560 by 1440, but Samsung doesn't use LCD, they use the Super AMOLED display. And there is a lot of debate on which one is better, and I gotta tell you, at this point, with this type of resolution, they're both awesome. I mean, some people say that there's more saturation with the color with the Super AMOLED, and Super LCD shows up better. It doesn't matter. They're both great. You're not really, if you have either one, you're gonna love it. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, the resolution on both of them are exactly the same. Now, they're talking about edge-to-edge display. So, basically, when you're holding your phone, it's going to be literally, I mean, here's the pictures, the renderings that everybody's talking about. Literally edge-to-edge. Samsung already has that, but HTC has been talking about their next phone is going to be the same thing. And some are saying it's going to be completely all the way to the bottom, with no buttons anymore. We have to see. I mean, we already know what the display sizes are going to be. Just figuring out what the displays are going to look on the front of the phone is basically what we're waiting to see. They're both saying 12 megapixel rear camera, 8 megapixel front camera. Some are saying that the HTC might have dual camera on the back to get the depth, but I doubt it. It doesn't look like they're going to be going that way. HTC is going to be actually stepping into the more water resistant category, just like Samsung, and both phones are going to be water resistant. Both are said to have 6 gig RAM, but there is a possibility that one of them might jump the gun and go right up to 8 gig RAM. Both are supposed to have the Snapdragon 830 processor. We'll have to see about that. They're both saying that they're going to have a 256 gigabyte memory slot in them. Okay, that sounds great. But the Galaxy S8, they're saying that it could have a 64 or 128 internal memory, while the HTC has a 32 or 64. I don't know how much memory you need on a phone, but that's gigantic for both of them. I don't care if you're getting the 32 gig memory with a 256 gig memory slot. I mean, you really have nothing to worry about on either one. I mean, but if you want the larger internal memory because you think that it's going to help with speed of the phone, that's fine. You can jump right to the Samsung on that one. Now, biometrics. Both phones are going to have fingerprint, but if there's no button on either front phone anymore, they're talking about screen biometrics, where it's literally going to be taking your biometrics on the screen. Now, they're also saying that you're going to be able to wake your phone up just by, HTC already had that where you could tap the phone. Let's see what Samsung does with waking up the phone without a button. Maybe you do have to use a side button, but we still don't know. Is either phone going to be coming with a retina scanner? Facial recognition, I mean, facial recognition in Android history has been around for a while. We'll have to see whether or not they integrate facial recognition in their passcoding or with the retina scanning. We heard Apple was going to be coming across with some innovative technology in the retina scanning. We'll have to wait and see. Is there going to be a headphone jack? HTC does not seem like they're going to be getting rid of a headphone jack. Apple got rid of it. Maybe you will see Samsung actually step over to no headphone jack, but I gotta tell you, that would be stepping a lot of toes. A lot of people still use wired headsets. And I'm not talking about for phone calls, although people do still use that. People still use wired headsets to listen to their music. A lot of people don't use Bluetooth because you have to continuously charge it. Some people say that's not a big deal to them. You know, it's just all up to what the person wants. But to have the option of a headphone jack is crucial if you want to keep everybody happy. Your phone's going to do Bluetooth no matter what. Having that little headphone jack is not going to destroy your phone. Big deal. Samsung, please don't step into the Apple category where you get rid of the headphone jack and piss off half your clientele. People still have wires going into the auxiliary port in their cars. Gotta tell you, it would be smart to keep it. HTC does not seem like they're going to be going into that category anyway. Well, VR headsets. Both of them want to have VR headsets. Again, the Oculus. I think it's a waste of time. Some people love it. I don't get it. It really isn't a big deal to me. When I get my hands on it, I will test it out for you, and I'll tell you all about it. It's your phone inside of a headset. Yay. Wireless charging. Samsung's been all over wireless charging. The fact of having a case on the phone, wireless charging, there's been an issue with that. Let's see if they step up their game and make it so you can actually go through a case. It really doesn't matter to me. I have no issue putting a wire into my phone. A lot of people love the wireless charging. HTC is said to be having wireless charging on the next phone, where it's going to be amazing, and we'll have to see. I do have the Samsung wireless charging pads, and I do use them. I do have a thin case on my Samsung phone, so I mean, it does work. We'll see what happens. Now, HTC 11 is supposed to get rid of their aluminum body. They've had aluminum body for many years now, and they're going to be switching away. Now, the whole thing is, like, the Samsung Galaxy S8 is supposed to have the Gorilla Glass 5. That's awesome. I mean, it's very tough. It will withstand very high drops. You see the drop tests online. It's insane. HTC really hasn't come through with the latest of Gorilla Glass technology on their phones. I mean, HTC 10, that has Gorilla Glass 3. If you say that enough times, it actually starts to twist your tongue. Is the HTC 11 going to jump up and move up to, you know, Gorilla Glass 5 and skip over 4? Probably not. They're probably going to go with the 4 because they were with the 3. They can get the 4 for cheaper because the 5 is out. I mean, it's probably, you know, internal politics over there, how much money they want to make. They should put Gorilla Glass 5. The Galaxy S8 is going to have Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back. Will they put 4 on the back and 5 on the front? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But basically, that is it. I mean, if you want to talk, because the HTC 11 has a 5.5-inch display and the Samsung Galaxy S8 is only supposed to have a 5.1-inch display, and then you say the HTC 11 should be compared to the next Note or the Galaxy 8 Plus, seeing which way they're going to go with the naming since they had the Note explode. Well, let me give you a quick rundown of what they're saying for the Galaxy S8 Plus to compare to the HTC 11. That's supposed to have anywhere from a 5.5 to a 5.7-inch display. They're saying that one's going to have 4K resolution, which will be a huge step up from the HTC 11. Of course, they already have Edge display. That should have 8 gigs of RAM. The battery on the HTC 11 is supposed to have a 4,000 mAh. The Galaxy S8 is supposed to have 3,000. The Plus, let's see, could it have a 3800? I mean, The last Note had a 35, so we'll have to wait and see. They're talking about the internal memory on that to be just at 128 and higher. We'll have to see. It's all rumors at this point, but this set of specifications for these phones seems right about pace to what we've been expecting and what we've been noticing in phones lately. So basically, this could be a true matchup of these phones. And I gotta tell you, they both sound pretty exciting. I can't wait until they come out. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.